The question is that the motion be agreed to. The Honourable Jerry.
Mr Speaker, that was a round of applause as the party bus heads its way down from 28 to 26. Mr Speaker, this country has trust laws that apply to all trusts in this country. Every New Zealander who sets up a trust, whether it be for protection of their families, the security of their retirement income, and it could be any number of retirement schemes that exist throughout the country, are governed by the same laws that Andrew Little has said in the House today Labor want to dismantle. Mr Speaker, why does he want to affect the rights of New Zealanders to make the most of the circumstances that they find in their own lives? Simply because he wants to protect the tax base of foreign national countries. Well, Mr Speaker, let's be very clear about this. If you are a young worker in New Zealand entering the workforce, you're likely to be paying, sir, a tax rate of around about 17.5%. If you're in an average OECD country, that same person will be paying twice that rate at 35.5%. Mr Speaker, the answer for those foreign jurisdictions is not to start moaning about New Zealanders' rights under trust law, but to simply adjust their own tax law. Mr Speaker, is it any wonder that the Labor Party are in such a dreadful state? Why would New Zealanders turn round to them and say, "You've got my vote because of the attention you're paying to foreign tax bases at our expense"? That's right. Mr Speaker, the attack on John Key, of course, is motivated entirely by the perplexing situation that the Labor Party see in the current round of polling. Everyone would agree that there's only one poll, that's on election day, but, sir, the indications coming from the public are that that is a party with the phone off the hook. And we saw it today in question time, Mr Speaker, and we see it every day in question time, where there is every effort made to reflect on some past glory of a previous Labor government and compare it to the extraordinary results for New Zealanders being delivered on a daily basis by this government. And wasn't it interesting in the general debate today to hear Mr Little, his plea to help foreign tax bases at the expense of New Zealanders and their rights under trust law, begin by saying this country has a good education system, a good health system. It is a peaceful country. It is a secure country. Mr Speaker, if that's where they're coming from and their worry is entirely offshore, no wonder New Zealanders are not listening. Mr Speaker, in the last week, this government has made a number of announcements that are positive for New Zealand. Mr Speaker, Anne Tolley announced the changes to the way in which this government will see the state involvement with children enhanced to a level not seen before. A program that will see children put at the centre of the state's care and not the bureaucratic institutions that deliver that care. That, sir, is the sort of thing that New Zealanders want to hear and do connect with. And it was fascinating, sir, that even the Labor Party saw the worth in that. Mr Speaker, today there was an announcement from my colleague Michael Woodhouse. He will make more comment on that in a few minutes. But it's a clear demonstration that this government knows where the opportunity for delivering social service in this country comes from. It is from the small businesses who risk their capital, who employ people, who go out day after day working hard. And what we'll get from the other side, sir, is an attack on that and, sir, no support for it. No wonder then that New Zealanders are asking, what does the Labor Party stand for? If you listen to Mr Little today, they stand for good education, good health, good security, good housing, and he concedes that this government's delivering all of that. And then they stand for protecting the tax base of foreign countries against the rights of New Zealanders who want to enjoy the privileges of our domestic trust laws.
Mr Speaker.
Order.